Namaskar Mitro. Today I'm going to talk about planet Saturn, the most infamous planet, as I would say, by the words of people and the word of mouth that is spread around the world. But I'm going to explain you, I'm going to break some myths in this video. I'm going to break some old notions that were about planet Saturn. And I just want you all to know that this is also one regular planet in astrology, but a unique one. Again, when I start the video, I always tell you all to please imagine the solar system. In the solar system, if you see, the most unique of all the planets is planet Saturn because it has a ring around it, right? So that ring is made up of dust. That ring is made up of all meteors, asteroids, right? So you have a person in the class. If you're there in a class, you have a person in the class or a boy in the class. You can take it as a boy, yeah. So who is very honest, who is always punctual and does what he is told and never ever does anything extra. Whatever that is told, he will toe the line and he will do it. Planet Saturn is like that. Planet Saturn is the lord for deeds. It is something which will give you the result as per the deeds that you have done. For an example, if you go by the road and if you see a dog, if you take out food from your bag like a biscuit or something, or buy something for the dog and give it to the dog, that is a deed that you have done. You have created a good deed. Now if you go by the road, second scenario, if you go by the road and you see a dog and you kick that dog, okay, that dog feels the pain. You created a bad deed. So the consequences will be the same as per your deeds. Now, any religion that is born in Indian subcontinent, any religion, I talk about Hinduism, I talk about Buddhism, I talk about Shintoism, I talk about Taoism, I talk about Jainism, or any other religion born in Indian subcontinent, there are 6 religions in the world which believe in karma, which believe in rebirth, which believe in previous birth. Okay, so when I talk about planet Saturn is the lord for deeds. Now, some deeds are inherited from previous birth and some deeds are generated newly in this birth. So, when I talk about planet Saturn, he is not only the lord for deeds but also for intentions. With what intention are you doing that particular deed, and the consequences, you have to face it. Okay, he never controls the kinds of deeds. Now when I say the lord of deeds, okay, he never controls the kinds of deeds. Whatever deed you do, good or bad, he will give you the result according to that, plus minus anything equal to that result would be there. Okay, so many people are scared of planet Saturn. You remember that particular advocate in the court who makes the criminal show the mirror as per what he was exactly? So planet Saturn represents crude reality, practical reality of the world. And when the same consequences happens in your life for what you have done to others, be it a living or a non-living thing, I'm telling you a non-living thing as well, because according to astrology, any non-living thing, if you manhandle that, for an example, a stone or a door as well, if you manhandle the door, if you shatter the door like constantly always, they also give you in return a negative vibe always. So that's why we say, right, whatever that is there is actually around us is the part of our subconscious mind. So whatever kind of deed that we do, it shows us the mirror. It says that, see, this is what you were. Okay, so most of the people are scared of it. Most of the people are scared of reality. See, you can hide the reality from the world. You can showcase your better part, but inside you might be rotten. But what happens in planet Saturn is that he will never ever skip anything that you do. Even a thought, it is not skipped. So when I talk about planet Saturn, is also the lord for duty and justice. every duty that enhances or maintains the level of morality and humanity in the world. If you do a deed that contributes to morality to the world and humanity to the world, or either of them, is a deed. Is a deed. So when you talk about someone at their back as to how they are, or you make fun of them at their back, it is also a deed. Now when I talk about justice, there is nothing called as justice in the world. It is harsh reality. There is nothing called as justice in the world. The reason, because when you talk about justice, you talk about judgment. So when a person delivers a judgment, he gives a notion or an opinion into the society. A notion and opinion into the society should always be pious, pure, true, to the point. That is what is planet Saturn. So planet Saturn bestows, the person who is having a very strong planet Saturn, he will be voided of the materialistic world. It's not that planet Saturn will always make you a lone warrior or a lone saint. No, planet Saturn always makes you know the reality of the world, what is beneath the curtain. Okay, you go further to the point of truth. So you know, whatever good or bad happens, you know this should have happened. You know, you will find some people who will say, if you talk to them, the incident which you are telling, I feel very bad for it. So then they will come up and say that, you know, this has to happen, it is destiny, it is the true reality of life. Those people have a very good planet Saturn. Those people have a very, very good planet Saturn. If planet Saturn is malefic, planet Saturn is weak into the birth chart of the recipient, then that particular recipient would have an issue with evil eye. He will always be having corrupted by evil eye, or by evil forces, or by black magic, or by wrong people, or by wrong circumstances. I'll tell you what, when I talk about deeds, I talk about environment around you. You might find many people around you who are hardworking, who are good in knowledge, but they will never grow in life because they didn't got that environment. So planet Saturn actually gives you an environment in which it is very challenging, in which it is wherein you challenge your own self, and he sees what you're doing exactly, and how you respond to situations, he gives you that particular result. Whenever you find a demotivated, depressed, or would be having a mental distress kind of people, would be always having the left and the right brain conflicting mode. Okay, they would say something and then in a minute they would change something. Planet Saturn, it is always a weak planet Saturn. Okay, the only solution to planet Saturn, see, it's very simple, guys. Some people might say do this, do that. There might be many people who might say do this kind of puja or do this kind of rituals. It will be, planet Saturn would be moderate on you, or wouldn't give you his or her malefic effects. I'm telling you something, guys. The best part, I'm telling you, be practical in life. When you be practical in life, it gives you, it bestows you with that particular divine knowledge. I'm telling you divine knowledge, because these people who are very practical in life and they know why the other person is behaving in that way, is something which is not available in every human being. So once you become practical, you come to know the crude reality of life. The crude reality of life, we all know, is death. But we all should be aware of it and accept it, that that's the crude reality. You're not going to live forever. So while I'll also share my own personal experience, when I was learning about this planet, I myself wanted to change myself in many other things. So somehow I feel that learning astrology and conveying to you all is something which was done by Almighty, that came to me by cosmos, you can say, or by my good deeds, you can say. So you know, when I learn about astrology, there are many aspects of astrology which I'm not covering. So don't take this video as a complete view of astrology. No, I'm telling about on symptoms. Okay, for complete view you have to undergo a course for 1 or 2 years. Astrology is a huge subject. So once you learn astrology, you will become spiritual as well, because you will be imbibing those things in your life. Because when you coach someone in your life to go the right path, ultimately you will also find those things inside you. Okay, I always am a fan of those people who have a very good knowledge about any other topic in the world, be it any topic, guys. And you can also comment in the section about what all topics I can cover after this. Okay. So when I talk about planet Saturn, people look towards the reality of the person, makes his own notions about someone, and then sees the world would be in. See, I'll tell you something. Uh, Forget about this line. I'll tell you something. There have been many forms of God or godly men or very spiritual people who have come and gone. Okay, but still the civilization is going on. We were invaded by so many foreign forces. What not happened with us? But still the civilization is going on. That is what is planet Saturn. It tells you the crude reality that you have to move on, go on, don't waste your time. That's what it is. And there is something called as a perception judgment. We perceive someone and say, he might be rich, he might be strong, he might be powerful, he is beautiful, so he might be rich. He is owning that particular phone, or he is wearing that particular diamond ring. Might be a millionaire, right? So perception judgment is something also which planet Saturn doesn't likes. You shouldn't perceive someone on their first appearance. Okay, so planet Saturn, if I say, if you see the planet as well, and if you see the Lord picture as well, he is somewhat dark in color. Okay, he's not pale as well. He is dark in color. He has a mustache, and will be somewhat some people might consider it to be scary, some people might consider it to be the reality that you have to face anytime in life. Might be in the old age, might be in the middle age, might be in the starting of your life. Okay, so it is all about planet Saturn, guys. When you talk about planet Saturn in solar system, it is dry, barren, and without any volcanic mountains. You will find volcanic mountains in planet Mars, but not in planet Saturn. It is a planet which silently moves. It slowly moves, planet Saturn. So when it comes into your life, if you have planet Saturn, the duration of planet Saturn, the things will be slowly moving in life. Even good, bad, anything will slowly move. The life events will slowly move. When you work hard, the results would be slowly like coming to your life. I would say you will live in installments. Okay, even if you think that why this thing is being held, you will try your level best to make it at the right point of time, but that point of time will be slow for that particular thing to be executed. Okay, it is that kind of a planet. Okay, so when I talk about planet Saturn, listen to this statement. Planet Saturn gives detachment from material prosperity, which I've already told you all, and takes them to spirituality. Okay, because that's the reality of life. But it's the recipient, if the recipient is unable to reach or detach himself from the materialistic world or reach to spirituality, then there will be a struggle in life. He will face struggle in family life, he will face struggle in outside world, he will face struggle inside himself. There will be a fight between mind and heart. Okay, so that is planet Saturn. So you have to accept the reality. The best part is accept the reality. You are in this moment, this is what has happened. Think about how to improve the situation. Planet Saturn looks for everyone in terms of struggle, how many struggles a person can face, and in order to achieve his aim. Planet Saturn bursts the bubble of ego. Some people, in astrology, planet Saturn is the sworn enemy of planet Sun. They wouldn't have equal characteristics. If planet Sun says this, planet Saturn would say 90-degree or 180-degree different to it. Now, planet Sun is the king of planets. So it is like he sits in that particular chair wherein all the other planets are sitting there. And what he says, all the planets say yes, yes, yes. Planet Saturn is someone who smiles silently. He is like that. He busts the bubble of ego. Some people have the ego that everything is running on them. This thing can't work without them. it bursts the bubble of ego. You will have a competitor coming in soon. So never ever have that false ego. Share your knowledge. Knowledge sharing is something which is very good what I'm doing right now. So controller of Kali Yuga is planet Saturn, guys. So when I talk about Kali Yuga, this Yuga which is going on is planet Saturn. One more point, guys. When I talk about planet Sun and planet Saturn being two different angles or two different directions of the poles, uh, when I talk about the Lord of morning, the Lord of the day is Sun. The Lord of the night is planet Saturn. Okay. So physical symptoms, see, I'll tell you something. The people who have weak planet Saturn, they will have some physical symptoms. You can recognize it by looking into their nails. It would be green color, blue color, or pale yellowish color. Okay. Mostly they would be dirty nails. It shows that the particular recipient has a weak planet Saturn. Okay. They would have dark circles. Okay, dark circles, and they would have wrinkles on their face. Be it whatever age, they would have wrinkles on their face. This shows a weak planet Saturn. Now, when planet Saturn is weak, will cause. See, I told you all, planet Sun is for your manager, right? In that video. What about subordinates? What about those parents who misbehave with their children, who don't treat their children well, who don't treat their servants well, who don't treat the gardener well, who don't treat the people who are under them well, in office or in home? Planet Saturn. The subordinates are controlled by planet Saturn. So what happens is that when you don't treat the subordinates well, it is the planet Saturn which is getting weak. Once it gets weak, it will not give you desired results. Once it gets malefic, it will not give you desired results, but it will give you the reverse results. Okay. So the one thing is that if planet Saturn is weak, these people will be very, very lazy. They have to make always a conscious effort to remove the laziness in their life. And they have to actually live a regimented life. In the sense, when I say regimented, you have to wake up in this particular time. You should get freshen up by this time. You should start doing your work by this time. Planet Saturn is very happy with those people who have a regimented lifestyle. And when it is weak, the person would be have to do it conscious effort to make it a regimented life. They can't do it naturally. It is like that, planet Saturn. And always and always, I say in every video, guys, this is a simple line, guys, I have seen in every planet when I read about them. Be respectful and kind to everyone. See, there are many other forces which are invisible to our eye. They also are listening and seeing what we are doing. So when you do something bad to others, it's not only your own deeds that you will get the result. The forces, the invisible forces are also seeing, and they will give you the result accordingly. Whenever you have weak planet Saturn, they would have a haphazard house. The things wouldn't be kept in the right place. So you have to arrange your home, keep it neat and tidy. Dust shouldn't accumulate. You should take this care. Okay. Remove the non-usable items or machines from home. There are some machines which you don't use it for 6 months. Remove it, give it to some poor. I'm not telling you all to sell it. I'm telling you, once you give it to some poor or give it to some needy person, ultimately planet Saturn will give you more than what you deserve. So whenever you take a decision, when planet Saturn is weak, they have a decisive issue. They are hard in taking decisions, or they take decisions in a hurry, and it might result in a bad result. So take time in decisions. If it's not an urgent work, take time. Take 1 day, 2 days, think about it. Take suggestion of the elderly people or the knowledgeable people. Knowledgeable person might be lesser than your age, might be a young person. Go ahead, take suggestion, take the right decision. Okay, these all were some practical solutions. Okay, spiritual solutions. When I talk about planet Saturn, guys, I talked about subordinates, right? So financially subordinates people, help them. The poor, the needy, the mentally challenged, the physically challenged people, help them out. Okay. The destitute children, help them out. Worship to Lord Hanuman. It is one of the very effective ways to please planet Saturn is worshipping Lord Hanuman and Lord Surya daily. It really helps you out. It really helps you out. Okay. Can wear an iron cast ring in the middle finger. This is the finger associated to planet Saturn. So they can wear an iron cast ring um, in the middle finger on Saturday. If it's you have to check with astrologer as to what hour is the hour for Saturn on a Saturday, and then wear on that day after purification. For any other stone, please consult the astrologer, guys. And there is one effective spiritual solution which most of the people have seen it doing, that they light a diya or a small camphor beneath the peepal tree on a Saturday, and they water the roots of the peepal tree. It really helps. Peepal tree is considered to be Lord Krishna, who helps you from all the hurdles in life. Thank you so much for being associated with my channel. Please like, share and subscribe.